Hey, good evening, welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, now that we've started getting busy with our house building, time is just flying. We put in for a 28-hour day, but it's not come through yet. Anyway, today was pretty busy. We were up early as usual, and I'm working on videos and ideas for them. And once we start into building, usually we have issues with getting deliveries when they're good for us. You know, the companies, even our friend Edgar has other people that he has to give priority to. Even though he does give us priority, it's not always good at the first of the start of when we do our houses. Of course, we have to have our work crew there, has to be there to start work, so there's a lot to coordinate. We have a chainsaw crew that go and cut the wood. Now, they are amazing people. They're independent, of course, working for themselves for a fee. So depending on where the trees are that we have to cut down, then which will be owned by the people that often they're negotiated by the chainsaw crew, but lately we've managed to find them elsewhere, and we were able to buy some from the people who make the bamboo furniture. So that's worked out very well and kept the cost of the house down for the family of 6. So we've had that, and on this particular house we've had a lot of volunteer work, which has been really good. Even the youngsters have gone and brought one piece at a time of the wood that's been cut, so that's been tremendous. What we try to do, if there's youngsters around, young men around, we try to employ them, and we give them a fee for doing certain jobs. So, and that frees up our Superman team. Now, because of where we had to have the gravel and the sand dumped in the road, it has to be carried down to the house site. It's only a matter of 20 or 30 feet, but it's very time consuming to have two of the men doing that, like Julio and Balantoy were doing that. So we got 2 youngsters, and they happily earned some extra pocket money, and everybody was very happy. A win-win situation. So we go first off to get materials, and very often this means that we've got to use the blue. I really hate to use the blue because the workers who are loading stuff, it's just a truck to them, but of course to us it's rather a nice truck that is quickly getting to be in need of repainting, because when they're loading the 100 blocks that we had to buy for today's work, they just get the block. Think of the block like this. They get the block and they just put it onto the edge of the truck bed, which in no time at all, one loading, there's no paint left on the top, and then it goes rusty, and of course you can understand that it quickly deteriorates. So we have to find a heavy duty plastic or rubber protection to go onto that leading edge, the top edge, and we'll be doing that very soon before we have the truck repainted. It's important to have the paint in good condition, because here we're on an island, and of course there's salt in the air, and it attacks the vehicles very badly, so you have to be on top of it. So we did that, and then it's a quick dash up to meet our new friends and subscribers. Not new subscribers, they've been with us for some time, and that was Mark and Shirley, and that was a great pleasure. And this, it reminds me of how somehow I seem to be chased around the world with these unusual coincidences, and I so often I meet people who actually came from in various different routes, came from very close to where I was born. Michael, the New Zealander who's been in hospital and is now thankfully out and recuperating in his home in Zamora, you might want to go and visit him, say hello. He's the expat living in the Philippines. Have a look at his site and give him a comment. I'm sure that he'll be delighted to hear you. I'll save you going to our site and saying your get well soon Michael greetings for him there. So Michael was born just a few miles from where I was born in Manchester. So straight off, of course, the humour is the same and the friendship is quickly cemented. Now, today we met with Mark and with Shirley, who have their plans to bring their love story to fruition, and they are looking at getting married and all of everything that goes with it. And of course you can have a look at the video where they talk about that. A pair of soppy ones, if ever I saw them. Well, that was Mark, okay, a big softie. And so anyway, we look forward to keeping in touch with all the people that come and see us. We enjoy keeping in touch. Mark and I have been exchanging messages on Messenger here and there and everywhere, and so he was hardly a stranger. But anyway, we went and had a nice visit with them at Vedasto, and then we dropped them off at the station. Now, we appreciated the effort that they made to meet us, because they actually sat in a bus for 7 hours to come and meet us, and so we were really grateful for that, for the chance to meet them, especially after they'd made such an incredible effort to be here. But they came from Tagbilaran, and as you may know from other videos, that's about 6 to 7 hours. Of course, on a bus, they managed to get the bus to Carmen, and that's the slightly longer way round, but very picturesque, and it goes along the coast. So they'd made up their mind to do that, and we dropped them off at the new terminal, which is just outside Talabon now. So when you come in on a bus to Talabon, then it takes you to the new terminal, which is outside, and then it's a matter of taking one of the plentiful tricycles in order to get into Talabon, where you can get a room very easily. But anyway, we've got more guests coming soon, and it's always a pleasure to hear different viewpoints and different stories. Of course, Beth is right on it for finding out what the love story was, and that usually is of great interest to people. Now, just so that the ladies that are watching this, we didn't hook these two people together. We didn't help them to connect. They went to a dating site, and over a year ago, and they've been communicating ever since, and they both felt that honesty and trust were the high requirements for the start of a relationship, and it's worked out very well for them. In among a lot of the horror stories that we get, you can see that some people actually do get lucky, and a lot of them come and see us when the foreigner comes to town or comes to the Philippines to meet his lady. They often try to get over to see us, and of course we're always delighted to meet them. So thanks for looking in. After we had met, I should just briefly mention that after we had met with the two lovebirds, they'll kill me for saying that, but after we'd met with them, we then dashed over. We had some stuff to do at the bank, then materials, and as I've said before, hate to use, especially for things like gravel and sand, because it really beats the heck out of the truck, gets it right down on the springs, and today it got us right down even almost on the rim of one of the tires, so we had to stop and get that pumped up, then four-wheel drive up to the house, get the stuff unloaded and take a video, which is a work in progress video. We do that every day. Every day we always, whatever the time, usually try to do it at the end of the day, and we take a video, and then we take some still shots, which are human interest shots, which I like to publish with a few comments underneath, so that you know what's going on and get to know the people who we're working with in the Superman team. So that's what we did today. The kids were there, and especially the children for the house, for the family that's getting the house, they were just amazed at what is taking shape, and what is taking shape so quickly. And actually, so was I. I'm always just amazed at how they get everything to come together so quickly. They have a routine, they keep to the routine, they do it every time, and usually by the end of the first day, if all the materials are there, they're ready. If not ready to put the roof on, the next day by 10 o'clock they'll certainly be there. And today was a good day. They're ready now to put the corrugated metal onto the roof, which makes it look like a house straight away. So that completed our day, except we get back and we have to go and pick up water. Still have our everyday chores to do. Go and pick up water for the house, for the drinking water, and then get home. Dinner, we had dinner at 8. It's 10 o'clock right now. We're still working, but that's what it's like when we start building, and when we really start getting into the help routines and projects. Not enough hours in the day, but it's good work and it's very fulfilling. We have no complaints. In fact, I love the life that I've had, as I've said on many occasions. So this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Don't forget, you can go over to the charity channel, which is Terence Beth Martin Terence Beth Martin Giving Hope, not Bringing Hope, Giving Hope Inc. And you can have a look at the videos which are there showing the work in progress on the house that we're doing, and all of the other human interest parts of the life that we lead, going to the hardware store, picking up materials. Now there's some interesting stuff over there on that channel now about how they make building blocks. It's a very simple way that they do it. And Ambercon Hardware, which is where we get our materials, and that's where our friend Edgar is, and you'll see quite a bit of conversation with Edgar, a funny, intelligent man, and a successful builder. Boy, he is growing so fast. So thanks for looking in, and don't forget, go over to the other channel. We need your subscriptions, and we need you to give us your views, because if you go over there, you take a subscription, which doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything to set it up. It doesn't cost anything to keep it going, and we can inform you then about all of the videos that we're doing. and you will be able to comment, and you'll be able to share those videos, which are they're not just about white beaches, which is great if you can afford to go to these 5-star resorts and hotels, which we don't make a habit of, and it's very much about the real life of the Philippines. So bye for now, thanks for being with me.